According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, approximately 17% of children and adolescents ages 2 to 19 years old are considered to be obese. Now, I know 17% doesn't sound like that many, but it's approximately 2.5 million children that are considered obese in the United States. From 1980 until now, that amount has almost tripled. Childhood obesity is a growing problem with many, many long-term side effects into adulthood. So I would like to start off by talking about some of the side effects that are caused by childhood obesity. Some of the things that life-threatening conditions that can be caused by childhood obesity include diabetes, high blood pressure as adults and even as children, heart and liver diseases caused by obesity, sleeping apnea, sleep disorders, cancer even can be caused. And children who have a high obesity whenever they're a child have a higher mortality rate as they grow into an adult. Other conditions that can be caused that are not always life-threatening are things like depression, stress, low self-esteem. Children that are obese often get made fun of and are targets of other children. They get made fun of by them. They get outcast sometimes by their families, or they could even get bullied by their families for being obese. So second, I would like to talk about some causes of obesity, because it's not always just caused by overeating. There are many causes of childhood obesity, and a few of those are obviously dietary problems. You have too many sweet, sugary snacks, fatty foods, sugary drinks instead of just having water or something along those lines. Leading a sedentary lifestyle can also cause obesity. Not being active enough. It's actually recommended that children and adolescents have at least 60 minutes of exercise per day. And it can also be caused by genetics. Obesity is hereditary. It can be carried on through generations, and that can be a growing problem as there are not as many preventative ways to take care of that. Another thing that could cause obesity is the home environment. If you have a stressful home environment, or you just have a lot of sweet snacks instead of healthy options around, that could cause childhood obesity, obviously, because they're not grabbing something that's healthy. Instead, they're grabbing something that's causing more problems. Developmental factors are also causes of childhood obesity. If they have, development that's not quite as good as some other kids, they could develop obesity problems. So third, I would like to talk about some prevention issues, things that you could do to prevent obesity in children and also in adults. It will take a lot of parent involvement, obviously, to help children, and some of the things that parents could do to help their child is learn new eating habits, eat healthier as a family. Don't just target the child. They could just learn how to eat healthier. Cut back on TV and video game time. Those should be actually limited. It's recommended to an hour, and then they should go out and be active. Parents can cut back on sugary foods that they have in their home, sugary drinks, offer fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, eat a whole grain foods. The food pyramid is actually a great guide to go by if you're a parent, so that you know what your child should be having day to day, because they may not always, pay that close of attention to what they should be eating. So childhood obesity is going to be one of the major problems. So there's causes of childhood obesity. There's illnesses that can be caused by childhood obesity, and there are preventative techniques to childhood obesity. So I think if you look at all three factors and you get parent involvement, school involvement, youth leader involvement, we can really target childhood obesity. The First Lady, Michelle Obama, actually started a program to target childhood obesity. Um, it's something that needs to be really looked at and taken care of so that children have longer lives ahead of them and they don't have to deal with the psychological issues and physical problems that childhood obesity will cause. So I just hope that everybody will join together and help the kids learn how to eat better, learn how to be active, and fight childhood obesity.